Alms for the poor.
A little more groove.
More groove, sir. Don't you need to say something?
I'm Steven from Tobacco Cabana.
And I'm David. I'm a Texan and I love cigars. This is the Roadshow. All right, welcome back, guys. We're really enjoying this. We're in Tobacco Cabana in Cedar Hill. Steven, Rhonda, Bob, we just love being here, but a Bolivar?
A Bolivar.
A Bolivar, we're smoking a Bolivar. Thank you, Scandinavian Tobacco Group or General Cigar Company. Either one, thank you for sending these to me. These came out in May 1st. Okay, we talked about them on the past show when they were coming out. But this is the Cofradia Oscuro. We mentioned that Rhonda would love this. She likes it.
Rhonda loves the Oscuros.
Yes, but I love a Bolivar.
Yeah.
It is, I think, Cubanesque.
Oh, incredibly Cubanesque.
Yeah.
Maybe even better than the Cubans. Are what are being produced offshore now.
So the assistant brand manager for Bolivar, Joe Kristen, we had read this before, but he said the Bolivar Cofradia Oscuro brings a new dimension to Bolivar by introducing a U.S.-grown Connecticut broadleaf wrapper to the portfolio. The blend is rich and rewarding, and it's priced in line with the existing Bolivar offerings, making it among the best values in any humidor. Yeah. And so one of the things they talked about was this is a complex 5-country blend. It's made with a aged Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and Dominican, Nicaraguan, Honduran fillers. This is a bold and meaty smoke that juxtaposes peppery notes, hints of coffee, chocolate, and delivers lingering notes of earth and spice on the finish.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I would thoroughly. I'm just lit up.
Yeah.
And it is a meaty cigar.
Yes.
And so we're smoking the Robusto size here. This is a $5.99 cigar. $5.99.
Just on the price point, you buy boxes and you smoke one and store 2 or 3 and let this thing age.
Let this thing sit for 2 or 3 years or more.
Oh yeah, let those flavors really combine.
Remember when we had the boxes that we opened up here that you had found that, what's that French one?
Oh,
your favorite?
Yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't enunciate the name well.
Yeah, and then I had the Oliva that I had stored for 7 years.
Yes.
And we had opened those up. Look on the past show. I'll put it on there. What show it was, you can go look at that. We had opened up those 2 boxes. Yeah, this would be one of those ones I would love to age 5 years. Set it in the back of your humidor and forget about it.
We opened a box of Christoph Woodlawns from
Credo.
NFG. Oh, the Credos I have, yes.
That's what you opened up was the Credo.
Yes. They were from NFG 2019 and been sitting in the humidor. And we opened up the box and the guys saw them and were like, there's only 10. And they went, and the guys in the back were just like, that's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
With that kind of age on it.
Yeah,
right.
Well, I know that gave you guys enough time to get something in your glass. We've already got something in our glass here to do a toast. You know we're going to do a Texas toast. We got great cigars. You guys are great viewers. We appreciate every one of you.
Absolutely.
And we want to toast to you guys, to good conversation, good friends. That's what we call it. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, this is a meaty cigar.
but
Oh,
the smoke
yeah.
output, the flavors that just come.
It's
come
kind
out
of
that.
like when that split second there. It's kind of like being around the dinner table and nobody's talking because you know the food is so good.
Yeah,
Nobody's talking. Hey, we're smoking a good cigar. It's like nobody's talking. They're just going, yes.
Yep.
This is so good. Yeah, I love a Bolivar. Let us know, you guys out there, if you enjoy a Bolivar. If you've had a Bolivar, maybe you haven't had one, or which one is your favorite Bolivar. This one ranks right up there. This one does. But that is not our news. We have got some news. I've got some right here from Los Dados. Deluxe, Connecticut. Brings a smooth profile to Matt Booth and Justin Andrews collaborations. Interesting, right? I like some of the things. Yeah. So this Los Dados Deluxe is expanding its profile with an impressive new Connecticut Shade cigar. The Connecticut, the third entry in the Los Dados Deluxe portfolio, builds upon the resounding success of the brand and continues the collaboration between Matt Booth and Justin Andrews with their lightest profile yet. Okay, nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah. When we started developing Los Dados Deluxe Connecticut, we wanted it to be a smoker's Connecticut, in that it's a milder cigar compared to the rest of the Los Dados Deluxe portfolio, yet it has plenty of dimension, depth, and nuance, said Matt Wilson, Los Dados Deluxe senior brand manager. That's who that is. This is why we wanted to work with our friends at Joya de Nicaragua to deliver on the smoking experience that cigar smokers newer and experienced alike can truly enjoy. Okay, that sounds great now. Los Dados Deluxe Connecticut features a blend of mellow to medium-bodied Esteli, Jalapa, and Pennsylvania broadleaf. Okay, with Nicaraguan Habano filler, all wrapped with a Ecuadorian Connecticut. The result, a smooth, creamy, nuanced smoking experience. Booth, founder and creative director of Room 101, designed eye-catching packaging for Los Dados Deluxe Connecticut to ensure that it stands out at retail and in smokers' humidors. So as a retailer, something that catches your eye on the shelf is always good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And smoking Los Dados Deluxe Connecticut will set your soul ablaze, Booth said. It will be as if your very spirit has touched the sun.
Okay.
Leave it to Matt Booth with the descriptive analogy of what you're going to get. It's hand rolled at Joya de Nicaragua, which I love those cigars in Nicaragua, and presented in 20-count boxes.
Okay.
It's got 4 sizes: Robusto, Toro, Churchill, and Giganta.
Okay.
$8.79, $9.49, $9.99, and $9.99.
Love it.
A Churchill is the same price as a Giganta. Yeah.
Love that price point. Under $10 for a great cigar. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. What do you got?
I've got from Punch. They extends their Golden Era line with a Lancero.
Oh, a Lancero.
Punch.
I have smoked that cigar, but not in the Lancero.
Right. Their Lancero is a 7x38 and a Corojo heavy blend previous to Golden Era releases. They created the Golden Era in honor of the legacy of Corojo tobaccos and deliver a taste of the golden age, or in the case, Golden Era, of Corojo cigars to a modern audience. Corojo was the wrapper of choice in the cigar industry until diseases and mold brought the tobacco to the brink of extinction.
Oh, yeah.
By working with acclaimed Iora family, cultivating their famous Cuban seeds on a 650-acre farm in Honduras, Punch has successfully restored authentic Corojo to its former glory with the 90 rated, from Cigar Aficionado, Punch Golden Era. Nice.
Okay.
Lancero has a Honduran-grown Cuban seed Corojo wrapper binder. Its filler includes Honduran-grown Habano and Honduran-grown Cuban seed Corojo tobaccos. To date, it is the only Lancero in the Punch portfolio.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Punch brand manager John Hakayam said, "We are excited to add a classic Lancero to the Golden Era line. The rich, silky Corojo tobaccos of the Golden Era is a throwback to when Corojo was king of the cigar world, and the new Lancero delivers a uniquely creamy and spicy smoking experience that connoisseurs will love." 7x38, suggested retail, $10.99.
Okay, not bad.
Not bad at all. They've also got the Robusto, Toro, and Churchill, $9.99 to $10.99 in price range. So very, very nice price range on that.
Yeah,
for Punch.
definitely. And I love Punch.
Yeah.
The whole Chinese series, Punch Signature.
Yep.
That Golden Arrow, like I said, I've smoked it in the Toro, and I really enjoy that. So in a Lancero, I would really like to smoke that.
Yeah, that's just going to up the flavor on it.
Definitely. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. We've got a little bit more news. This is from Viaje.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Viaje Cigars has announced the first release of its new private bale collection, Bird on a Branch.
Bird on a Branch.
Bird on a Branch. The company says Bird on a Branch is expected to ship this week. Which week? I don't know what that is. We're shooting this right now in the first week of August. So probably look for it in your brick and mortars. Yeah, okay. I'm just reading what I got. Viaje says the private bale collection, our project, is an 8-year journey from start to finish that is described as follows. Here we go. First, only the oldest tobaccos are chosen, but bales aren't simply selected. Each bale is pulled apart and inspected for quality. Leaves that don't meet the criteria for private bale are set aside.
Okay.
This is a rigorous process, but necessary to produce a blend of superior quality. Once production has ended, each cigar rests for nearly 9 months before review and packaging begins.
Wow.
Okay. The blend for the private bale Bird on a Branch consists of an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, over 2 Corojo 99 binders, and all Nicaraguan fillers. The cigars come in 2 sizes. Parejo 6x50, Parito 5x52.
Okay.
They are packaged in 34 count boxes with pricing set at $12 suggested retail price for both sizes. A report from Cigar Aficionado says production for Bird on a Branch comes from Agricola, Ganadera, Norteña, so Aganorsa.
Yeah.
The Cigar Aficionado report says the name was inspired by a drawing of a parrot by owner Andre Farkas' son when he was 5 years old. Oh, that's cool. At a glance, here's what the blend is going to look like. Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, binder, Nicaraguan Corojo 99, a double binder. Why would you do that? Why would you do a double binder, Dave? Flavors.
Just to really amp up the flavor?
You're looking for a particular flavor. You're looking for a particular profile.
Okay. All right. Fillers, Nicaraguan secos, visos, and ligeros grown in Esteli and Jalapa.
So you're going to get some creaminess, but a lot of pepper, a lot of that volcanic pepper out of that.
Okay. Country of origin, Nicaragua. Factory, Agricola, Ganadera, Norteña, SA. So Aganorsa. So those 2 sizes, 6x50 and 5x52. Okay.
Sounds like something worth looking out for.
It does. It sounds very interesting. I like it when people do something different like that, where it's got like a double binder.
Yeah.
Because that's not normal.
No.
I mean, and then Nicaraguan tobaccos on top of that, Aganorsa on top of that.
Yeah.
And Viaje's got some great cigars too.
Well, and select gathering of the leaves. That's very labor intensive. That's not a typical thing. that
Right.
anybody does, because that's very time intensive.
Yeah, it
to
is.
spend that kind of time looking through a bale versus going, that bale is
Mhm.
this, it's
Mhm.
good.
Right, right.
The-
Yeah, so with that, you could justify the little bit more in the price.
Actually, it's very reasonable for what you now know is going into the effort to blend it.
Okay, all right, very cool. All right, guys, stay tuned. We will be right back.
Today's Cigar Tip is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars.
Stephen, I need a tip, please.
All right, we've talked about cleaning the blades
Yeah,
on
hand
your cutters.
sanitizer. Yeah, we
great,
talked about that.
great. Sometimes that's not enough.
Mm.
Sometimes you gotta go deeper into these cutters. And if you look at most of them, they'll have some nice Torx head screws.
Mm-hmm.
And you can try compressed air,
Mm-hmm.
but if that doesn't work, get
Take-
you a little,
Take it apart.
take it apart. You know, be careful. Watch where your screws go because they are tiny.
And your spring.
But then once it's disassembled, you can completely clean it and remove any compacted tobacco that might get in the end that causes it not to close completely.
Yeah, good tip.
2 families, 1 cigar. Join the Ambassador Program today to make it a perfect blend.
All right, welcome back, guys, for another cigar pairing, right?
Yes.
You, me, cigar pairings, go figure, right?
Imagine. I mean, what else are we here for?
Imagine that. Imagine that. We're in Tobacco Cabana doing a cigar pairing. You brought something I don't think I've had. I haven't smoked this.
I haven't smoked it.
So we've got another pairing
That we've never
is-
tried.
We've never tried. We've never matched up. I'm always excited about that. This cigar we talked about probably back in May, I think, is when these came out.
I think that was about the time.
Yeah, and this is the Alec Bradley Safe Keepings, first release from its founder's blend book. So we talked about this on the news a little bit. And so this is, it's according to the rest, they're saying according to the recipes recorded in the Alec Bradley founder's blend book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so this is going to be they're saying it's a Nicaraguan Puro,
Another one.
another
Like we did the last show.
the last show Nicaraguan Puro, crafted at the Oliva Taboliza, featuring tobaccos from pristine fields in Esteli, Condega, and Jalapa. The blend is built on a foundation of Jalapa, Condega, and Esteli Criollo 98 tobaccos.
Okay.
And both its wrapper and binder are Nicaraguan Habano. Okay. Experience is medium to full body with notes of pepper, spice, and cocoa. We'll see about that. No.
We'll see.
No.
Don't let that influence you now,
exactly,
David.
right.
Don't let
And-
that influence you.
Yeah. So, you know, it launched, I'm pretty sure back in May or June is when it came out. And so we're smoking a traditional Robusto. This right here, a Robusto, this is a $12.29 cigar. $12.29. Okay. Toro, $13.89. 6x60s, $15.16. So $15.19. So it's still under $16. $10.49 for a Corona. Okay. So just looking at it, it's nice. There's no toothiness to it really on this one compared to the last show last week, the week before. This one, I mean, it's got
some firmness to it.
yeah.
Which is, and if you're looking at it, you can see that they use the accordion bunching
Oh, okay.
on it.
Yeah.
We've got some
So,
nice.
you know,
good-
I always fail to get a cold draw. I always toast this thing up while you're getting a cold draw. So I'm going to pay attention to the cold draw. And the draw is great. Good resistance. Ooh, what was that?
And in your cold, so when you're doing a cold draw, you want to get that draw resistance of it, but you also want to touch your tongue to the tobacco in the opening,
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to give you some different types of flavors, and then throughout the smoke, do the same, and you'll see the changes on it as it comes down. And what's happening is that as those oils are burning, you're getting those flavors as it's coming down through the cap and the cut.
So I'm going to go ahead and toast it. Another Nicaraguan Puro. You'd think I'd plan this out. Kind of did, but not to that extent.
You planned it out?
Not to that extent. I did know, I wanted to do one of these cigars. This is Scandinavian Tobacco Group. And look at me, I'm not hot lighting. Have any of you guys out there started doing that? And if you have you noticed a difference between hot lighting, which means, putting the flame and puffing on it, and then maybe have you not hot lighted your cigar and noticed a difference?
The only time that I might hot light is if I'm at a lounge and I'm having to relight. So it's in a conversation, I've already kicked, scraped the ash off of it, so I'm back down to just where the cherry would be, and light it up, still to kind of toast it, and then I might hot light it. But I try to avoid it at all costs because I don't want to char those oils as I'm drawing in.
You need another cigar? Talking to Dennis off camera, do you? Open the box there. Just don't get any of the 1689 ones. No.
You're still carrying around those
You
689?
can get this one here. This the one we're smoking here. There should be another one. Dave, you need one? Steven's still smoking something. It's the one that it's the safe keepings.
Safe keepings.
Looks
Alec
like a
Bradley.
staircase on there. It's a short Robusto.
It's almost Stairway to Heaven.
Trying to pick up what I am. I'm not getting any pepper at all for
I'm
something that's getting
I'm not getting any pepper at all.
all those regions. What'd you get, Dennis? You get the same thing?
Same
I
thing?
can't see that far, dude.
Yes.
Okay.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So that's what we're smoking right now. So get to see what we're smoking. See if you get the same thing.
And we love it when we have a live audience.
Yeah. Oh, that was what was that? Interesting. You know what that tasted like?
What are you getting?
Like the rind of a watermelon or the rind of a cantaloupe.
I would never know what that tastes like because I do not like watermelon. I don't like any kind of melon. So
I do. I love cantaloupe. I like watermelon, but I love cantaloupe. And I haven't had any in quite a while, but it was the rind. The rind has that tanginess to it. What do you got, Steve?
So they described the Puro flavors as savory and piquant notes. And I'm like, new word, piquant. Spicy, tangy, spiced, peppery, hot, tasty, flavorsome, appetizing, highly seasoned, pungent, sharp, tart.
Yeah.
Tart. I'm getting.
So, but that's what came into mind was like getting into the rind
Yeah.
of a melon. Is that tanginess, that tartness from it?
Tart I'm getting, and I would say it's more of a tartness from your red seeded cherries. That have the stems under those tart cherries.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I get that, but I don't get that kind of a sweetness from it. I get more of just a tangy, just a tanginess of it, not a sweet tangy.
I'm getting more of your really high cocoa notes. So
Really high cocoa.
We're talking like a 97, 98%. So I'm getting a little bit of that cocoa bitter and enjoyable bitter, not the bitter of a bad tobacco, of a young tobacco, that has a lot of ammonia in it. No, it's that enjoyable bitterness, almost like an almond bark type. From a cooking chocolate.
Yeah, I do like dark chocolates, and when I was in Ecuador, which we had on the show a long time ago, bringing back dark chocolate from Ecuador, and some of them are mixed with rose petals or different types of things, but just dark chocolate by itself, and then smoking a cigar, that's like having a great bourbon while you're smoking a cigar.
One of my favorite desserts was at Tim Love's restaurant in Fort Worth. And Tim Love is, very well-known chef. And he does a chocolate souffle with jalapeno peppers in it. That is just, it is decadent. It is just so beautiful. But it's what we're talking about is that combination of that pepper with that chocolate.
Yeah.
And on the retrohale, pure peppercorn. Pure peppercorn. On the retrohale on this, for me, I'm getting pure peppercorn, and it's that black pepper with that sweetness of it because of the shell is still around it.
It definitely has a sweetness to it. And what I like about that, it's a pepper, but it's not a rough pepper.
No, I can do a full retro on a draw.
It's just like, if you don't like jalapenos or your sweet peppers and you don't like it really super hot, it's got just enough hotness to it, but then you still taste the pepper.
Yes.
But it's not overpowering hotness to where you're just like suffering. This and so some people, when they're smoking cigars and it has too much pepper, there's some people I don't want any pepper in it because I don't like it. And I think they've had cigars that have, they're just overpowering pepper. And it's like, but if you get one that has just enough pepper, just to add that touch to it, and it's not overpowering, that's what I'm getting.
It's just enough to enhance.
Yeah. So what else do we have to enhance this, Dave?
We have Hooten Young 12-year-old American whiskey. Now, this is not a bourbon. It's not a rye. It's not a wheated. This is actually could be considered a corn whiskey because this is coming in at, I think it's 96% corn and 4% malted barley. But this is an American whiskey. Now, I did a review of this on my TikTok show. I popped it, tried it right there live. I've got like 60 people that are on my show with me, and I'm going through this. And I hadn't read the label, and I didn't look into anything on it as I'm going through this. And the color of it got me. Because look at how light it is.
That's honey.
Look at how light it is.
Yeah, that's honey.
Now take it on the nose and tell me this isn't honey.
Oh yeah.
The honey of it that's coming through. So as I'm going through this, I'm like, the color of it for a 12-year, I would expect it to be much darker. And I even brought out another bottle. And actually, Stephen, if you can hand me the hard truth that we had, I see you still have it here from our last show. Now this is a 6-year, okay? This is a 12-year and this is a 6-year, and look at the color difference. All right?
Yeah.
This is in a second fill barrel. So in other words, it's not used in a brand new charred oak barrel. It's in a barrel that has been previously filled. And so you can tell the difference on the coloring. That's why it's not as dark, because most of the charcoal has already been pulled through. So now what we're getting is the flavors from the wood itself.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go drink the cigar. Oh yeah. That's very smooth, light. Dennis was saying off camera, it's very light.
It's
very pleasant.
Very light. And
for somebody that was a first-time bourbon drinker, that would be so easy.
Never had whiskey before, and you're coming from rum, or you're coming from a cognac or a tequila, and you're wanting to try whiskey. This is beautiful. for that, as an introduction. Your ryes, your bourbons, you have to have them in a brand new charred oak. Whiskeys, American whiskeys or light whiskeys, they don't have to. This is actually barreled at, if I remember right, I want to say that this was barreled at 160 proof. And then they've cut it down to, I want to say this is a 96 proof.
92.
92. So it's very low proof. So what that means is that as it's coming, it goes into the barrel at a high proof, but they're cutting it. They're cutting it with water to lower the proof.
And why would they do that?
Because they're looking for a particular type of palate, particular type of expression on it. And they don't want that heavy oils that a higher proof is going to give.
Do they have that do they make that without cutting it like you're,
no.
It's like
Hooten Young doesn't.
Okay.
If they did, if they didn't cut it, then this would be a what we would classify as an American light whiskey, because the light whiskeys like the RY3 that we had at that one show a while back, and I think it was like 151 proof. Those are going to be typically higher proofs. I was impressed with this one.
Very smooth, very smooth. Light, just no bite to it whatsoever.
Yeah, this to me would be a great whiskey to introduce to somebody who's not necessarily a big whiskey fan. And you're going, well, you're missing out. Let's try this.
Yeah, it's funny because, I've gotten used to, I love anything over 120 proof, barrel strength, cast strength, single barrels, all those. And it's funny when I get my wife, here, honey, try this, and she still, when she takes a sip, it's like, oh, and I'm thinking, really? And I can sip it, and it doesn't bother me, but yet even if something's 90 proof, she's just like, because they're not used to it.
Not acclimated to it.
Yeah. And I used to be that way too. I remember it was like I could not get past the ethanol taste of that. Just that so much alcohol. It was like, oh, it felt like it was burning my throat. But then when I finally tasted something that was really good and I could get past it, then I wanted to drink more. And then you just drink a little bit more, a little higher proof every time.
I've had, and let me back up a little bit. Part of that has to do with the age of this. Okay, because this is 12 years in age. And it's a lower proof. There's a very popular brand, and I'm not going to say the name of it, that is also an allocated, that is 90 proof, and it tastes hotter, drinks hotter than 120 proofs that I've had.
Okay, all right, sorry. So tanginess out of this, right? I was getting out of this, the tanginess. And then with this, and we were saying honey before with this, the nose. But the combination of these two, it's like an ever so slightly tangy green apple. Like an ever so slightly tangy green apple. Not a Granny Smith like in your face, but it gave me that, because this is so light, not a light crisp apple taste. That's what it reminded me of. And the tanginess that I'm getting out of this cigar.
You've got your tangy apple pies, not your red crisp Fuji apple pies, that are much deeper and sweeter, but kind of like you said, your Granny Smith, but it's an apple pie where it's got the breading from the crust and it's got the buttery notes in it. That combination is what I'm. That's what this reminded me of.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like tangy stuff. But yeah, I've never smoked this cigar. You've never smoked it.
I've never smoked a cigar.
You've had this drink, obviously, but I've never have. So that's a very interesting pairing.
What I like about this pairing is that the cigar by itself is enjoyable, but it doesn't have the complexity that I like in a cigar. Bringing out the pairing adds that complexity.
Yeah.
where you've got a nice combination of different flavors that are working well together.
Yeah.
That's what I like about this pairing, and that's what I love about pairings, is because a lot of times pairings can enhance a cigar, or a cigar can enhance the drink.
Yeah, and bring out something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring out that complexity that you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. Now this is really enjoyable. So again, this was they're saying a Nicaraguan Puro, and it's Jalapa sweetness, Condega, Esteli, Criollo 98 tobaccos, and binder and wrapper are Nicaraguan Habano.
So that's where we're getting the creaminess. The Jalapa, we're getting the sweetness.
I think this is a really good match. The lightness of this.
Yes, and the sweetness. The sweetness, because it is a high corn. I mean, we're 96%. This doesn't have any rye in it, so we're not getting that stone fruit. I don't get any stone fruit. We're not getting any of the spices, the peppery or any cooking spices out of this that we would say here.
Yeah, you're right. That's not coming to mind.
We're getting the honey. That's the corn. We're getting some vanilla out of it. I'm not getting any caramel whatsoever, because that would come from the barrel.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, because
it's a second fill.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's a second fill on this. This pairing here marries up beautifully.
Yeah.
In a complementary style pairing.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very complementary style pairing, because of just what we were getting out of this beforehand, and then the lightness of this. Yeah, you're right. I have to totally agree. Fantastic. Yeah, I've never had that. I've seen them before, obviously, but I don't think you've ever brought one on the show.
Nope.
I've never bought a bottle. I don't think anybody else I've ever gotten a pour from anybody. So that is really good.
Veteran owned.
Say again?
Veteran owned.
Oh, veteran owned. Okay.
Veteran owned. Hooten Young is veteran owned.
Where's that produced out of?
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't come prepared with that one. Ohio. Bottled and produced for Hooten Young, Silverton, and
So is that
Ohio.
MGP?
This is distilled by, so this is MGP, distilled by MGP. And it states so right there on the barrel.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, Hooten Young does have their own cigar line too.
Okay.
So they do cigars and whiskey. And I've had their cigars and love their cigars.
Have you not done their cigar and their whiskey together?
No.
Why not?
In fact, because just being able to pick it up.
Right.
I found this bottle, and I was like, I've never had Hooten Young.
Okay.
I've talked with the people behind the cigars and the whiskey. I've talked with the reps before on it. They keep saying, I want you to try our stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm pulling the trigger.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
And I'm pleased. I'm pleased.
Yeah, definitely. So what are let's talk about the cigar first. What are your thoughts on the cigar?
For me, the cigar would be rotation worthy.
Rotation worthy.
Rotation worthy.
One thing, cost. This is a $12.29 cigar, so it's middle of the road price, I guess, right now. So I guess that. But when you get cigars that are $8 and $9, it's like, okay, I'll buy a box easy.
Yeah.
But when you start getting up into the $12, $13, $14, $15,
yes.
It's like, okay,
I need to look at it. And when you get into the higher, $20, $25, $30 cigars, then they better wow me.
Yeah.
This cigar, yeah, I would pay that for this without hesitation. Do I think that this cigar is box worthy? It doesn't wow me enough to go and box worthy of it. With a caveat on it. This is an everyday smoked cigar. So if I want it where I know that it's like I don't want to have to think about it, just want to have a good cigar that I know I'm going to enjoy and just have some. Or if I've got to get together and I've got my brothers and sisters that are coming over and want a cigar for them to be able to smoke that generally everybody is going to enjoy. This is absolutely wonderful. So with that caveat, I would do a box of this. Does it wow me? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't wow. It doesn't wow me, but it's really good.
It is really good. It is really good.
Because of some of the, I don't know of any other cigar where I've gotten that kind of flavor out of Nicaraguan tobacco, the tanginess out of it like that, and it's paired really well with this whiskey, not a bourbon.
Not a bourbon.
It's whiskey.
No, it's a whiskey.
So yeah, it's just another really good pairing, right? You're doing good. Look at that ash.
Look at that. Look at that.
And
I'm going on the ash.
I've already taken my band off. Again, Dave's talking more than me. Go figure. But
that's why you have me on the show.
We're going to say this is a complimentary.
This is a compliment. This is a complimentary pairing.
Complimentary.
And what a complimentary pairing is, where it enhances notes that you can detect without the pairing. Okay, so it brings the sweetness. I can pick up the sweetness on it. The pairing enhances that sweetness. A contrast pairing will bring out notes that aren't detectable there. Okay, and then a balanced pairing, which is the one that goes down in the books, is to where each one stands up on its own, and they come in and they say hello, and it's like a perfect marriage. When a man and a woman come together and their differences just work together so beautifully.
It's a dance.
It's a dance. Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. I'm going to have to take that one. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to borrow it. And use
there
it.
you go. It's a dance, and this was thoroughly enjoyable. I really like the notes. I've never smoked a cigar before, like I said, and you're just now going to knock it off. Yeah.
Oh, look at
perfect
that.
Cone.
Okay, so in other shows where you've ashed and the cone was black, the cone is white on this one. Again, further proof of the age of the tobacco.
All right. So if you let's say we did this. If you were to rate this cigar right now, could you do that?
If I was to rate this cigar right now?
Yeah, rate this cigar right now.
Okay, taking into consideration that I do have the wrapper unraveling.
Yeah. Well, and you just popped off the band.
But it didn't stick. I did notice that
mine didn't.
On the cut.
Yours did, mine didn't.
Yours, yeah, right. I would never rate a cigar on just one cigar by itself. I'm going to smoke multiples. I'm going to smoke a minimum of 3 on it.
Right. We talked about that before.
We talked about that before. However, with this, taking all of that into consideration, there is consistency across. It is, while it's not very complex in its flavors, it's good in it. I would probably come in with this one, just knowing what I know and seeing between the two. I'm probably coming in at a 90, right at that 90.
Okay, cool. That's good because I've already got it. I already got it in my head what I was going to do. Looking at, like we've talked about before, looking at the wrapper, looking at it, just the taste, the band coming off, and just the overall appearance and the draw and the smoke value and the ash and all those things that you would take into consideration. And granted, this is only a 1 cigar smoke, but if you were to smoke 3 of them, I was looking at an 89-90.
Yeah.
Somewhere around in there, 89-90.
I was thinking 80, really between 89 and 91 on that.
So you can just go with a 90.
So
I would say it's a solid 90.
It's a solid 90.
Yeah.
I mean, the wrapper looks nice. There's no toothiness to the wrapper whatsoever. You can see just a tiny bit of oils in the wrapper, so there's a little bit of glistening, which is nice on that. And it's a nice, good smoke. Consistent burn.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's a little bit warm, but it's right there. Your fingers are right there.
But it's it's what you want.
Right. Exactly.
You don't want to pick it up here and that be cold.
Yeah. Or you don't want it to be screaming hot.
You don't want it to be screaming hot. You don't want it to be cold, because if it's cold, then typically what you're going to see is that you're really having to pull on that draw.
Yeah, those flavors are really. I love. It's a unique flavor. I've never tasted that in Nicaraguan tobaccos.
I would say flavor-wise, that this is a medium plus, or in between a medium and a bold on intensity. Body-wise, this is a medium. It does say
medium to full body.
Okay, so it is a medium to full body. Remember, medium to full body is the viscosity is the amount of smoke and viscosity of the smoke. Mm-hmm. So viscosity, the weight of the smoke, I would say medium. Amount of smoke is full, because we've got a lot of nice, good smoke that's coming out from this.
Definitely good. All right, another great pairing. This was fun. I love getting new whiskeys, bourbons, anything in there, and love smoking new cigars. Again, thank you to Scandinavian Tobacco Group for sending these to me. Great pairing, Dave.
Good pairing.
All right.
Go check out Hooten Young.
Yeah, definitely. And Alec Bradley.
Alec Bradley, yes.
Alec
Bradley is a name that's been known for years.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Pick up your Texas Cigar Roadshow whiskey glass at giftyboutique.com.
Dave, how about another product review?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What do we got?
I don't know. What do we got?
Stogie Mag.
Stogie Mag.
Born Humidor.
Rapid deployment for your cigars.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. It's great packaging. It looks like a cigar. They've got a label on here, Las Vegas. It is like a seal, like you would with a box of cigars. So we're going to cut that.
Do you have to be a registered buyer to get this?
No, you don't. So we're going to open that up. Very cool.
Oh, wow.
These are humidity packs.
Humidity packs, huh?
Yeah, that's some humidity. It's got QR codes on there, so we can definitely scan those. But taking this out, this is the first time. Got a sticker. Nice, got a sticker in there. I like stickers. And is that coming out? No, that's glued to the bottom. It's coming out. So it's a little comic strip, operation and preventive maintenance. It says the Stogie Mag. So Stogie Mag was designed to hold up to 6 cigars that measure 5 1/4 by 50. So that's your standard Robusto. And it shows you in this little depiction here. It looks like a 1950s style cartoon on how to load your cigars in there. And so, all right, so we've got.
So it's got the nice cap.
Nice cap on there. That's what's going to keep it enclosed, keep the humidity in there.
And okay, so this is nice press. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to press it
right,
down.
It's not going to be trying to reconform the cigar.
Right.
So we're going to slide this one. This one's got a cellophane on it, whereas the next one we've got doesn't have it. Goes down very smoothly. Slide your next cigar in there.
And it doesn't scrape against the wrapper itself, so it's got some room.
So then you would seal this over the top. Now this special humidity pack is going to slide into the bottom in here, and you're going to have to stick this inside there so that it's going to have humidity inside this pack, and then you will just slide this back. Right?
Yeah.
And there it is. Okay. And so you've got this, it looks like a regular, like if you would, a magazine that you would have for a rifle, M16, AR-15, anything like that. It looks like a magazine. And so that's what's cool. It only holds 6.
Nice travel.
Nice travel. I mean, I'm not going to smoke more than probably 6 if I'm going somewhere. It's got a very cool look to it. It looks just like a magazine. So it's got their logo on the side, Stogie Mag. I can see something there, 525 and 50.
Yeah, 50 cal and
50.
50 grain.
50 grain.
50 grain.
And 525. Yeah. So interesting. Yeah. So it's a very unique. I've never seen another one like this.
I think this would be interesting as going to your local lounge and creating a conversation piece.
Oh, it
I
definitely.
mean, for me personally, this wouldn't be my every single day, but absolutely would use this. It's like you're going and meeting your brothers down at the lounge, and
Yeah.
you
come up there and go, dude, what is that? Well, hey, let me show you. And I slip off this top here. Well, it's got a good seal, okay, which is good. And then I just go, here, want a cigar?
And okay, all right. So this is nice. It's a slow compression of the spring coming back up, so it doesn't just immediately come up and then crush your cigar.
And it's not smashing the cigar. And look, I mean, I'm just taking this cigar and I can just press it that slightly and slide the next cigar in. That's how you don't have to worry about this tearing your cigars.
And you don't need a quick loader.
No, you don't need a quick loader for it. Exactly. Put this on top. That looks like a very unique, hey, Father's Day, Christmas, you don't know what to buy for that cigar smoker that you haven't already bought him. This is definitely going to be something.
Okay, so the 50 grain, there's the 50, 5 1/4.
5 1/4.
5 1/4. So
Right.
so your Robusto.
Yep, your Robusto size.
And it's not heavy.
Yeah.
And it's got a nice weight to it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Very cool product. So, all right, guys, that is the Stogie Mag Born Humidor.
Another great show.
I think so. It was great pairing,
Great pairing.
fun news.
Good cigar.
Good. Oh, fantastic
That's-
cigar.
yeah.
Fantastic cigar. Bolivar, we're
Yeah.
still smoking on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always enjoyable. And good pairings with it. It was always fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, give us any kind of comments down below of what you want to see us do or talk about pairing wise, or if you've got anything new in the news or whatever. We'd be happy to put that in the show. But the other way you can help us is to like, share, subscribe, notification bell, all that good social media stuff that you need to do. The numbers are going up, which we appreciate it. That's one reason why we toast you guys. But it's another great show. It's another way to talk about what we love.
Yeah, share the love of cigars and drink and camaraderie.
Exactly. It's a very unique community. And that's why we always say, enjoy the leaf.
Grow the culture.
Exactly, guys. We'll see you.
Texas Cigar Roadshow is presented by Lone Star Cigar Association.